Here we go. So this is where gold comes from. So this cycle has been hidden from humans for a very long time, and I plan to change that. So there's a type of ore on Earth, and it's usually high in the mountains. Very rarely it's deep in the ground. You'll find it on the surface. Most places it'll be 3 foot down. That's it. You won't have to dig much further than that. And you get this shit. So this is the ore. So you can see all the heavy minerals in it. This stuff was forced up by impacts. And not small impacts, massive impacts. This is called core ore, or ether. It's literally the inside of the earth, all the condensed minerals come out and then crystallise, like hot mud, lava, and then cools down. You can see all the black glass through it. So this is impact. So this is formed from huge impacts, not little ones. God just smacked you humans 3 times. And you dumb fucks have forgotten that. And you're about to get smacked again. But you're too stupid, too ignorant still. So, we've got to do something about that. So this stuff here breaks down. It's full of sulfides, full of iron. As it decomposes, it'll break down. It turns into this stuff. So this stuff is really, really... It's like magnetic crystals, magnesite, sulfide crystals, lead crystals, gold, lead, iron, silver. And some of it has a bit of tin in it. Occasionally you'll see tin in it as well. Sometimes you'll see copper. This stuff here, I get this stuff specifically because it's full of gold. This stuff is probably the highest load gold ore I found. So this stuff has little tiny 6-sided gold crystals embedded all through it. You can see it in all the stone. Little tiny 6-sided gold crystals, which proves that there's a culture on the planet that believes in a religion that they believe in money, because their symbol is the 6-sided star. So they actually worship, not God, they worship gold. The sun. Because this is the sun gem. It reflects the sun perfectly. The exact same colour of the sun, it will reflect back at you. So gold is special. It also acts strange in water. It does the opposite of what we're taught. It'll go backwards. Most things will flow. Gold wants to tuck in. So when you spin it around this way, most things will fly out in centrifugal forces. Gold doesn't. It tucks in. When you learn this, you can harvest shitloads. So you slow sluice the tub, and you do a recirculation pump, and you just slowly flow it. And then as the water settles, you drain some water off, add fresh water in. Store all your water, because every little drop will build up this shit. And this is the fine, heavy mineral powder that comes out of the ore when you wash it. And it's like heaps of gold. And there's lots of other stuff in it too. But this is how gold nuggets form. The actual missing cycle of gold. So, after this dries out, you dry it out. I add a few chunkier bits as well, so it gives it a bit more, it mats it together and it sticks together better. So I sit there and I just flop these around and rub them around and wait till they're almost dry. So there's like little kind of like clay now. So, and this stuff is pretty cool. You can see all the fine gold. There's silver in there as well, a little bit of silver. probably some copper and iron as well. The iron oxidizes out, and that's what causes the gold nugget to form. So as it slowly dries out, the acids and stuff react with the gold nuggets. And, you know, they tumble down the stream and rub against other rocks, and, you know, it's a process. So it turns from that to that, gets compressed. So they compress down as it flows down the creek, as it moves along underground water sources and different seam flows and stuff. So that eventually weight, pressure, probably chemical heat from different chemical reactions, vibrations, and it just, as the nuggets rolling over each other, forms nuggets. That's secondary deposits. You can see this stuff isn't 100% pure, but it's quite high load. So these are still wet. When they dry, the gold changes from a dark colour to a lighter colour. You can see these how they're drying. Some of them are a bit drier than others. You see the wet stuff is still a bit darker coloured. But as it dries, they turn into this. And this is probably my best lot I've done so far. See, that's actual homemade gold nuggets. Exactly how nature does it. So it's pretty easy to do once you work it out. So you start off with the ore, get the crush the ore, collect the sands, wash the sands in your tubs, slow wash, not fast, loose like an idiot slave. Collect what builds up in the bottom of the tubs. Now, sometimes this will have a lot of black particles and shit in it. You can wash it a few more times to get it as clean as this. So this has been washed a couple times to get it like this. So this is pretty good. You can see the lead, silver and gold and a little bit of iron in this one. You can see all the streakies. That's what you want. Sulphide as well. It's the white powder. So you got white. White is sulphide. The grey colour one is a little bit of iron and lead. You got the orange, which is the oxidised iron, and then you got the gold, which is little fine white particles everywhere. So little tiny, every one of those little white fine particles of white is gold. So you can actually see how much is in here. So total there's probably about 50 gold, 50 other heavy minerals. Because the gold clags together a lot better than the other minerals does. So you collect more gold doing this than any other heavy mineral. And this stuff here is freaky. It's got like goop. And you can see how it's like real claggy. And that's what it goes like. It goes real claggy. You can see all the fine gold all through that. And that's pretty well, as it condenses and dries, bunches up, forms nuggets. So I've actually discovered where gold comes from. And I'm being ignored by all the mainstream retarded geologists because they've been economically slave trained like fucking retards. And that's a fact. So now I'm going to take your whole system off you cunts, because you fucks are retarded cunts. And this proves it. This proves you humans are ignorant creatures now. You're literally so dumb you can't do this, and it's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. And you're fighting over it like little fucking babies. We're coming for you cunts. You cunts fucking running the show. You can't stop it now. You're fucked. You're fucked up by fucking your own people over.